First, new trouble for the man who said they lost Lois Lerner's email, the IRS did.
The actual hard drive, after it was determined that it was dysfunctional and that with experts no emails could be retrieved, was recycled and destroyed in the normal process.
So was it physically destroyed?
That's my understanding.
Well, House Republicans now officially starting the impeachment process against IRS Chief John Koskinen. House Oversight Committee Chairman Jason Chaffetz filed the resolution yesterday, late in the day. He joins us live from Capitol Hill. Chairman, good morning to you. Why are you why do you want to impeach IRS Commissioner Koskinen?
We're really left with no alternatives. The Inspector General did a very exhaustive search and looked at this, and basically we had duly issued subpoenas in 2013 and again in the year 2014, and yet despite those subpoenas, the IRS destroyed documents, and the IRS Commissioner also came before Congress, and the information he provided to Congress, the testimony he gave, was false, and there are consequences for this, and we're going to proceed with impeachment.
Of course, keep in mind, the reason he was in the hot seat was because I know House Republicans feel that the IRS unfairly targeted conservatives and members of the Tea Party and denied them special tax status, right?
Originally, Dave Camp, the chairman of Ways and Means, sent a letter in 2011. By the time we turned the corner in 2013, the Inspector General came back and confirmed that this was the case. The President of the United States went before the American people and said that this was wrong. He was going to work hand in hand with Congress, something he has not done. And then as we move forward, there were 5 open investigations, and yet, despite all of that, the IRS said that they had them, then they said they didn't have them. The reality is that they destroyed them on March 4th of 2014.
Your future speaker, it looks to be, anyway, Paul Ryan at one point, and it just stands out with me, looked at Costa and says, I just don't believe you. And he's not exactly somebody to just throw out fiery phrases. That might all be true, and it is maddening to think this happened, Congressman. But in the big picture, he'll pass the House, the impeachment will pass the House, and it'll get stuck in the Senate because they need 2/3, and you know not one Democrat's going to side with you guys. So a lot of people say you're spinning your wheels.
Look, we got to do what we got to do. I'm not going to gravitate to the lowest common denominator just because Harry Reid wants to do something or not do something. We've got to do our job in the House and demonstrate to the American people we're going to hold people accountable. Imagine if the IRS had asked you for documents and you said, yes, we do have them, then you went ahead and destroyed them. That's right. What do you think the IRS would do to you?
Go to jail.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah, I sent a 30-page letter to the President in July. I got no response from the White House. We held Lois Lerner in contempt, and despite a statute that says they shall refer that to the grand jury, they didn't do that after 10 months of looking at it. So we're going to hold some people accountable around here.
What happened to that server you had in West Virginia? Weren't you looking for emails on that?
They said they spent, the IRS said they spent $20 million, 250 attorneys, couldn't find any of this stuff, and yet the Inspector General could find it start to finish in 15 days. And then they figured out that they actually had these in their possession, despite what they had told us, and the IRS then went ahead and destroyed about 24,000 emails. And there's consequences.
Something is fishy.
No repercussions, and that's why you've got to hold them accountable. There has to be some kind of justice here, despite Elijah Cummings and others saying this big waste of money like the Benghazi hearing. But let's talk about the GOP debate tonight. So what are you looking for? What should we expect?
We know you're a Jeb guy, right?
No, I'm actually holding my powder dry on this one, and I look forward to a very spirited debate. We got a lot of good candidates. I'd much rather be a Republican in this situation than what the Democrats are going through. So I haven't put in for anybody. I'm still crying that Mitt Romney's not the President of the United States, quite frankly.
Well, he was right about a lot of stuff 4 years ago.
What about this budget deal we're evidently getting signed off on for the next 2 years?
I probably won't be voting for that bill. There are a lot of good things in it, a lot of progress, a lot of money for the military, which I do believe. But personally, I don't want to see the budget caps busted. And if we're going to raise the debt ceiling, I personally would like to see some more major reforms. But there is a lot to like about it, and I can understand why people would vote for it.
All right. Chairman Jason Chaffetz, up so early on Capitol Hill. Sir, thank you very much.
Pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you.